What's the biggest engineering challenge in low field magnets? And what problem we can solve in low field magnets? And your system, Oksana, what has this advantage over the other low field magnets? I think you said it, but is there anything else you want to add to it? But let's start with challenges. What is the challenges of these low field magnets?
Yeah. Um, yeah, I gave a talk at ISM where I'm actually contrasting high field and low field magnets just recently.
Amazing, good.
The high field systems, have to use superconductors, first of all. There's a variety of superconductors available. They have to be cooled. There's actually essentially some are cooled using liquid nitrogen. HTS magnets are coming aboard now. One of the things I actually moved to New Zealand for is to work on these cryogen-free MRI systems. So
Do we have those right now? Siemens has one. I think
that's right.
free
Yes.
magnet. Yeah, free
Yeah.
zero point
Yeah.
0.5
So there
Tesla.
is
Yeah, yeah.
there's quite a few systems. There's quite a few systems that are coming on board that are either low liquid helium or zero liquid helium, which means essentially they are extract energy out using a really good cold head and stabilize the magnets. There's a lot of material engineering that goes into designing those systems. And those systems are great for in hospital. They're better to be situated. It's easier to install them in the hospitals and things like that than the liquid helium ones. They can be turned off and turned back on for energy savings. So there's a lot of advantages in that. Mark Hake is absolutely right. Like those in order to produce high fidelity images, you need a nice homogeneous field, strong magnetic field where you can get sub-millimeter resolution. Absolutely. If we want to take those systems out of the hospital, the only way I see it is essentially using the permanent magnets, right? And the permanent magnet technology it depends what you're using it for as well, too. So, there is a variety of materials that people are using. They are getting stronger, but at the same time, I don't think there's going to be like a huge jump. Hopefully I'll eat my hat, but there's essentially a fixed current density that you can have in a magnet block. And as you starting putting them together, understanding how they actually come together, it's quite different. Conventional kind of just wine spool. So I think the biggest challenges are really the amount of people who have experience building these magnets. But at the same time, the really cool part that I really like about permanent magnets is that it's actually anybody can start assembling magnets on their own. So this can be done in the garage. In China, for example, right, it's permanent magnets have been used for clinical MRI systems for ages and ages and ages. And now they're migrating to superconducting magnets because, the technology and the know-how was there and available. What I think is exciting to me about the permanent magnet stuff is that people can put them in different geometries, specifically for that target tissue or a target organ that they're looking for. And all of a sudden you can have people coming out with like the most weird and wonderful solutions using magnetic resonance that people haven't thought about, or something that MRI cannot be applied for, right? So it's just a much more flexible technology in some aspect.
You have seen these electric cars that they're coming with this absolutely amazing designs. They have this amazing technologies inside these cars that you never ever have or you can have in the regular cars. So do you think that that can be sort of something that people use to improve other side, like improving imaging, pushing imaging, for example, in MR for the higher maybe resolution, but using technology, say AI, in order to design these systems to be more accurate? You can extract more information from these MRI machines, the better imaging, reconstructions, I don't know. So to sort of, you see now what I'm talking about. So it's pretty much like equivalent to these electric cars, because electric cars is easy to build, but now you have a time to spend more on the other side, which is the technology coming with these machines, right? Do you think that's actually can happen with the MR, these portable MR machines?